David, I'm a KOK Play Frontier from the Genesis Group. Just want to give you guys a market update. Remember in my last video, or maybe two previous videos, I said by looking at the past, I think there's a good chance that yes, you'll have the 5 or 7 day moving average, the yellow line, go above the 25-day moving average, which is the pink line, like here. And again, like here, because you know it's happened in the past when both the 7-day and 25-day moving average goes underneath the 99 day moving average, which is the purple line. Yeah, it went way above. Now there are two things that threw me off. One, the 7-day moving average not only went above the 25, but it's above the 99. It's kind of hard to say what to expect. Also, I thought that Bitcoin would not break this $31,000 top until we're like in like September, October. But it did. It did break it. But this is an extremely strong move up. I just personally, I think Bitcoin would head back down. I could be wrong. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. I just tell you what I think will happen, or what I'm doing. I give y'all reasons why. But if I look at the RSI, Bitcoin is overbought. Yeah, I mean, just to me, Bitcoin seems to be more on the overbought range, and you know, it could be a time for Bitcoin to start moving back down. And you know, with the news, anything could be. And it doesn't take a lot of reasons why Bitcoin would go down. And so that's what I see. That's what I see. I see Bitcoin ready to move down. And so, you know, and for me personally, I did sell off some KOK because I did bought it at really low prices. Because one, I don't think. Oh yeah, this is from Optical Arts, and you know, I do recommend his channel. Maybe you should watch his previous video that he posted. But he's saying Bitcoin is about to cross this red line. But in the red line, you can also see there's a blue line and a yellow line. But all those lines put together, in general, he's saying there's a probably, he expects Bitcoin to dump, to go down. And for me, I look at this and then I see the other indicators, and then I think about the past. And I mean, a violent move up like this, yeah, I could see a move down. I can see a move down. And so I guess we will find out. Yeah, we're about to find out, well, how everything goes down. But and so what do I think? Why did I sell some KOK? Cause look how KOK moved, right? And I sold it at the current price where it's at now, because I bought in at a lower price. But here's the thing, look at KOK's move right now. I just want y'all to look at this move. Look at everything else. Let's look at SHIB. Look at SHIB's move. TRX. Okay. Still better than KOK coins. Look at these. Floki. Look at Floki's move. Neo. Look at Neo's move. Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin's move. It's an interesting move. Still better than KOK. Look at Ethereum's move. So you look at all these other coins, you see how they're moving. And then I see KOK coin. That's not an impressive move. Yeah, KOK coin could have one of these spikes, but you can also have a spike down right after. You know, you would better hope this was a double bottom here, but I personally don't think so. The way KOK coin is moving compared to all the other coins, and if I personally think that Bitcoin is gonna work its way down, well, what do I think is gonna happen to KOK coin? I think KOK coin is gonna go under 1 cent, right? I think I was the only person for even like months ago, 6 months ago, who said, yeah, KOK coin could go down to 1 cent, maybe even less. And KOK coin is at 1 cent. And the way, if I see KOK's price action compared to Bitcoin on these other altcoins, if I'm correct and Bitcoin moves down, then KOK coin will be going down under 1 cent, which I already have buy orders at under 1 cent. But that's if I'm correct. I could be wrong. So that's just my personal opinion. That's what I'm doing. You know, I did sell out some KOK coins. I still think, you know, when it comes to stock market, like if you look at the stock market back in 2000, the stock market actually went up like 40-60% or something like that from its all-time bottoms before it crashed like 80%. And if you looked at the stock market, I think back in 2008, from its all-time bottoms, it went up like 25% before it crashed. And so here in 2023, from its all-time bottoms, stock market is up like 20-25%. So this move up is nothing special. It's in the norm, okay? Nothing special. Maybe you might have the stock market continue to go up, I don't know, whatever, a melt up, whatever you want to call this thing, go up to like all the way through like September, October, who knows, but I think it's going to crash down. And technically, in the Bitcoin cycle, I would imagine Bitcoin should top out towards the end of 2020, sometime at the end of 2024, or, you know, into 2025. But then in the end of 2023, I'm expecting, you know, U.S. is going to hit a recession. You're going to talk about stocks going down. Jerome Powell probably, I know he's talking a tough game, but you might see him maybe lowering rates towards the end of the year or in 2024. But normally when you have a move up like, it is weird, but technically if I look at past history of how stocks move, and then at the Bitcoin, and look at Bitcoin chart, it doesn't match up well. Because what would happen is, when the Federal Reserve historically tends to starts dropping off interest rates, yeah, you have an initial pump up, but in general, the stocks go down. And the way I look at it is, Bitcoin is pretty well correlated to the stock market, especially the tech sector. And then I would expect the stock market to drag Bitcoin down. So it's really hard to, but then you don't, like the news, who knows what the news was saying where something could pump up Bitcoin. And so that being said, I'm really interested to see how this all plays out. But if Bitcoin's true bottom was at that 15,000, and you could check out Steve from Crypto Crew University on his previous last video, I think the next Bitcoin high should be around like 78, 79,000, because there's diminishing returns. And yeah, I mean, you can say we started a bull run, but bull runs is not like it happens overnight. It happens in terms of over a year or so, a couple of years, over a year, at least in Bitcoin. The stock market is longer. So I'm very interested if Bitcoin can break out of what will happen to the stock market. And so I am interested to see how this all plays out. And once again, that's why for me on a personal level, I hold some UVXY, which is like the VIX on steroids, where if the stocks dumps towards the end of the year or into 2024, I expect UVXY to just fly up in prices. And if that does drag Bitcoin down and the crypto market, well, even with the losses that I would take, even though I bought everything such a low price where most of everything I bought was like under 90% from its all-time highs, like under 90% in overall, then I would think even if that still goes down another 50-60% from where I bought it, the UVXY will cover the losses, or most of it. And so then I'll be able to sell off the UVXY to buy back more into Bitcoin and the other altcoins. If that doesn't happen, well, then Bitcoin and the other altcoins will go up in price. And that small loss that I'll take on UVXY is no big deal because it was just insurance. So, the insurance will cover my loss. If there is no loss, then I'm cool with the loss of what I put into the insurance. And so that's how I'm playing it. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. But that's just how I'm playing this game. It'll be really cool if the stock just crashed and Bitcoin, the alt market, doesn't even take a big loss, and I still sell off my UVXY and even buy more Bitcoin and altcoins, and it's a double win. But I don't think that'll be the case. So so that's just how I'm playing it right now. I do think Bitcoin will kind of make a move down. Rather it takes days, weeks, or whatever. And so that's what I'm waiting on. And I remember specifically, like, there were a couple videos in the past that I was like, I really hope that, Mr. Choi, or I forgot the CEO or chairman of KOK, is prepared financially where he can expect KOK to be in the 1 cent or less range for like 3 months or longer. Like, I know I've said it maybe more than even one video, but definitely I know I said at least one, or I think at least twice maybe, or at least once for sure, where I mentioned that. And and they do have some good advisors. So if they can survive this and manage to go through this into the next bull run, I think, yeah, KOK, you know, it'll have some, I would imagine, some pretty good solid returns. But yeah, but I've said what I said about KOK, what I think will happen with KOK based on what I think will happen on Bitcoin. And so that's that. And there you have it. You know, as always, praying for y'all in Jesus Christ's name. Now's a great time for you to get to know Jesus as your Lord, Savior, Messiah. I still think the economy will get worse, not just in America, but, you know, around the world in general. I know I've been saying this probably when I first started making videos for KOK, which was like, it seemed like over 2 years ago by now, but technically for as long as I've been saying it, the economy continues to get worse and worse. And so, unfortunately, I think things will get worse before they get better. But eventually, things will get better, but not anytime soon in the time range of even this year, in my opinion, you know. And so that's why I recommend you work hard. Okay? Yes, I'm not your financial advisor. I don't tell you what to do financially, but a recommendation of working hard, you should work hard and surround yourself with the right people. Be healthy spiritually, mentally, physically. And there you are. You know, that's it. Yeah, you know, I think KOK, I personally still think KOK is going to make it through this bear. Well, maybe we're into a bull market, but I think KOK will survive. All right, everyone. God bless in Jesus' name, and KOK on.